and she's like walking, and I notice something like leaking. And I was like, is that? No. And it has like a color. And I was like, I think you have something coming down more towards the back of your leg. She was like, okay. And she like looked and she goes, and I don't know if you've had a leak out of your back door, but that leak, when you smear that stuff that comes out of your back door.
No, this is not funny, friend. Like, this is crazy. What? What? I don't know. I don't know. I've never had my booty hole leak. So I'm confused. I don't follow. Like, what? What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. And as you guys can tell by the intro as well as the title, today we're going to be reacting to more waxing horror stories. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't think I had it in me to do another one of these because the first collection of stories was interesting, to say the least. If you guys did not watch the other reaction video I did on these stories, make sure you guys head down to the link in the description and or pinned comment. Also, if you guys are not aware, I do have memberships open on this channel now. You get early access, exclusive uploads, and so much more. Thank you so much for those of you guys who have joined, and thank you to those of you guys who are going to join in advance. Additionally, it is Haitian Heritage Month. If you would like to contribute to Haiti's first ever landfill, make sure you guys head to P4ASH Global to send a donation to be part of creating Haiti's first ever landfill. Yeah, I didn't know that Haiti didn't have a landfill either. Absolutely ridiculous. But the plan is to take the trash and turn it into energy for Haiti as a whole. And over time, we hope to instill more landfills. So again, if you guys want to donate or you want to learn more, everything is going to be linked down below. So let's get straight into the reaction. Also, let me know what you guys think about this lighting. I actually turned off all my lights and just put on my ring light as well as my desk light. I feel like it looks kind of cool, but it might look horrible in post-production, so just in case, I apologize. So let me just say straight up, right? Do not eat, do not drink water, do not do anything of the sort while watching this. I'm the type of person that does not get easily nauseous, but these videos make me sick. And I'm sure these might make you sick, okay? Also, if you are a waxer or if you are anything in the service industry, I'd love to hear your horror stories down below.
I get a lot of questions pertaining to my job, but one of the most asked questions that I frequently get is, Julie, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? And as some of you know, I do have a lot of guests that follow me on here. I used to work for a big franchised corporate waxing place. And if you don't know what it is, I'm pretty sure you could put the pieces together because honestly, there's only a few wax chains. So one day, this girl books an appointment. She's the very last appointment of the day. We know who she is. She has came in before, and let's just say she doesn't have proper body hygiene. And yes, I know as a waxer, we come into, you know, like there is an odor. Like we all know that as waxers, but that's not the point because that doesn't bother us. It's more of the fact that you're not taking care of yourself. And I'm just gonna say it, she had an STD.
Wait, I'm sorry. You can't fire clients like at these chains. Let me know if you have worked at one of these places before. I'd love to hear your comments and your stories. Like, can you fire clients? Like, is that a thing? Like, I know as a personal practice you can, but in these places, can you? Because no, I don't have time. If she already has poor hygiene all the time, the fuck? Like, the fuck I look like take a hug.
So in the past, she's came in to get waxed, and one girl that was a waxer, was performing the waxing service, literally had to leave the room because she was gonna throw up, and somebody had to come in and finish the service. Comes to the end of the night, she's late, she walks in and she goes, okay, I have an appointment, and she has no shoes on, first of all. And then also, this girl is like, I have a dick appointment tonight. So for me, I'm like, I'm not waxing her, so I don't really care. I'm just gonna finish up my closing duties. The waxer takes her in the back to get waxed, and this girl starts going like off because the waxer kind of gave her like the spiel of, hey, we can't wax you today just because it does look like there's gonna be a little bit of irritation. I want you to come back with a doctor's note. She starts going off, calling us racist. She's like, I don't understand what the problem is. Every time I come in here, there's always an issue, but I go to other places and I can get waxed perfectly fine, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and you can hear it because we're all just like sitting over there and we're like, what the hell is going on? So the waxer walks out and we're kind of trying to like find a solution. So I was like, I'm going to go in there and I'll just tell her I'm from corporate. Complete lie. So I walk in there and I'm like, hi, I'm Julie. I'm a corporate waxer. I'm here for training. Is there anything I can help you with? I heard there was an issue going on. And she starts telling me like, you guys are racist. You guys won't wax me.
I wouldn't know what to do in that situation because it's like you stink. Like, how do you, like, the thing is, I'm a very blunt and upfront person. However, I don't believe in making people genuinely feel bad for things that they don't understand or don't know. Like, I feel like it comes to a point, like, if you smell a certain type of way, you're not going to know because at that point you may have developed nose blindness. It's just like how, like, a lot of us was wearing funky wigs and crazy ass lashes and we didn't notice because it was like hair blindness or like eyelash blindness. Like, eventually it gets to the point where like you don't really see what other people see or smell what other people smell. I wouldn't have the heart to say like you stink. Like, I wouldn't. And I'm a very blunt person, but I'm also pretty respectful. Like, I'm not going to disrespect somebody like that. So I want to know, like, what do you guys do in that given situation in the service space, whether it's hair, nails, waxing? Like, do you tell the person like, your odor is unpleasant? Like, I don't want to service you for XYZ reasons because child. Now, it looks like this may have been a longer story. This was posted in 2022. So I'm not even about to sit here and try to find the rest of it. I'm just going to move on. However, I am going to link the playlist of videos that I do react to on TikTok in the description and or pinned comment. If you guys do want to go search for it, go ahead.
Alrighty, grab your popcorns because here's a wild story time about how I pretty much had to break some bad news to my waxing client. I was servicing a fairly new client, someone who's only been to me twice, and I noticed a huge difference this time around. For one, she had just got her body done, so she was feeling a little uncomfortable, but she still wanted to get her wax approved by her doctors. Great, let's do it. I just have to be a lot more gentle, and I'm going to block out a lot more time to make sure that I'm not rushing on your appointment. So she gets undressed, or she's on the table, and I immediately noticed that something wasn't right. The top of her area was very dry. Like flaky, dry, and I've seen some dry skin, but this
I had to pause it because I'm starting to cough and feel uneasy.
was not the ordinary dry skin. So I'm a little concerned, but I proceeded to ask her to butterfly so I can see more. Now, I am happy she wasn't overly hairy because I may have missed it until I put the wax on her. But once she opened and butterflied, her whole lips looked raw. It looked like chicken with no skin. And you know how you can just see through the skin and it just looks raw, and yeah, it looked like it hurt. If you ever saw a kid with like a wingworm or something, it also looked like there was some fungus or something down there.
No, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I would have probably said something in this instance because one, it's about the person's health, and two, that's disturbing. But also, I want to know, like, as estheticians, or people that work in those services, like, can y'all tell the person? Like, can y'all like say like, hey, you may have this down there? Like, are you guys authorized to do that? Because I know even in hospitals, like when the ultrasound tech or the CT scan person like does whatever, they can't tell you what they see. You have to wait for the doctor. So I want to know, like, is there some sort of opposition to that? Because
And so I had to break it to her because I wasn't going to wax on over that. And this is basically how the conversation went. Hey, love, I'm a little concerned about, your area. It's very dry. It's flaky. Your lips look very raw and red. And I haven't seen this before. So she looks confused. And again, she had just got out of surgery. So she's been wearing this faja for a while now. And she's basically saying like, hey, I did feel like a little uncomfortable down there, but I just thought it was the tightness of my faja. I'm not able to bend down and look at it, but I asked my boyfriend and he said everything was cool down there.
stop fucking playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me. Excuse me, everything was cool down there? You out here walking around with a raw cootie cat and he said it was fine? Y'all both got problems. Y'all both dirty. I'm sorry. There's no way. Like, it's something that you notice. You notice when something's off. Like, I look at my stuff. Do y'all look at I just said, this is crazy. It's the lack of self-awareness for grown-ass women for me. Like, this is ridiculous as fuck. Like, y'all embarrassing. Like, be fucking for real.
Take this video, show you some pictures so you can see what I see. And when I did that, you can tell like her whole mood and like she was distraught off of what she's seen. So then I advised her, hey, go to the urgent care or go to a doctor. You need to get this checked out ASAP because I honestly have never seen this in my years of waxing. So she leaves, don't really hear nothing back about it. And then a month later, she comes back and she's basically thanking me. And she basically said that her significant other, she found out that he was cheating, which wasn't the first time, but that was the end for her because at this point you put her health on the line. And it ended in her getting cured. Thank God it was a curable STD, but also she was single. And she said that she had been with this guy for a long time, long drawn out relationship, always had, things going on and red flags and all this type of stuff, but this was her straw. So she still is my client to this day. I just waxed her a few minutes ago. She saw my video that I posted yesterday about asking clients if they want me to tell them or not if I see anything concerning in their kitty area. And she wanted me to come on here and tell her story without giving too much information. So here I am. Now she is married with her soon-to-be son. She just got her last wax before she gives birth years ago. But since then, she has been a loyal client with me for years on end. Again, and I'm waxing her through her pregnancy. One of the reasons she said that she continues to come to me is because I am trustworthy. Alrighty, grab your popcorn.
See, I love this. This is an example of 1, great service, 2, educated service, and 3, like a client that is receptive to criticism. Because I feel like a lot of people would genuinely be offended if you told them like, yo, your kitty cat isn't wrong going on there. So I like the fact that she was able to tell her in a respectful manner and she was able to take care of it. And most importantly, the girl was able to see that her man was a dog, left him, got married, and is living her best life. Like, I love this. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't know how to address this shit. Honestly, I probably would have did it the same way she did because there's no other way to do it. There's no other way to be like, yo, we ont un problem. Like, there's a little issue down there. So the way she did it, definitely probably one of the ways I would have done it as well.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a waxer. We need to have a chat. Sorry, I'm in between clients right now. I have 20 minutes to eat my lunch, so I'm doing it at the same time. But to preface this video and say I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm just being super honest. Being a woman, a waxer, you realize that not everyone grew up with the same knowledge of hygiene, feminine hygiene as you. And like I said, this is more meant so to be educational, but I need to set the scene so you guys understand what it's like when some people lay down on our table. Now you have to understand, as a waxer, there's a lot of things that I don't care about. You're like, oh, my hair is so long. I don't care. That's the point. Like, sorry, I'm sweating like in the middle of the wax. Girl, I don't care. I don't care about your hyperpigmentation. I don't care about your ingrown hairs. your weight. I don't care about your size. I don't care what you wore to come. Like, I don't care. But there is a certain level of personal hygiene that I think people don't realize you have to take extra care of the bits and goodies that are downstairs when you're a woman. And these are things that if you do not learn as a child growing up, you really don't know. Men don't really care when they're having sex with you. So then when you have another woman down there, a service provider, it's like, wait, just so you know, this is going on downstairs. Being honest, if you didn't know this, now you know. You need to wipe front to back. As a waxer, when you wipe back to front, I can tell. Your feces is smearing into your discharge.
Playing with me. Stop. You know what? It's the fact that she's eating while talking about this. How are you eating while you're talking about this? First of all, I think everybody should know that. I think that's common. Is that not common sense?
And it's all the way up the front of you. And obviously this has a smell, but this is like severely unhygienic. It's introducing a lot of bacteria into the area, and you are very prone to UTIs when this happens. And honestly speaking, some women don't know this. Like, genuinely don't know, because honestly, wiping back to front is easier, but it's not right. You need to be exfoliating your whole body. You need to use a washcloth or a loofah of some sort. I use a silicone loofah because it is not harboring with bacteria as like a netted loofah. You need to use something to wash your body. You need to wash your whole body. You need to spread your cheeks and get the water in between your cheeks when you're in the shower. You need to wash your legs. You need to wash your feet. You cannot just use your hands. It may not seem like a hygiene thing, but
remember when it was this whole thing where there were people talking about they don't wash their legs in the shower? People are fucking dirty. Yo, like, I realized that people were dirty like this when I had a couple of friends of mine tell me, like, you know, because they have jobs where they have to go to people's houses, and they're like, yeah, like, you'd be surprised how many people live like crazy, like how many people like live in legit dirt. And I'm like, that shit don't make sense. Like, I clean my house like 1 to 2 times a week. I couldn't imagine not doing so. That is bizarre to me. Like, how do you live in filth? How do you not clean your legs? How do you not know how to clean your booty hole correctly? Like, I just, you know, we're failing as a society. Jesus, bring the flood.
this is a respect and a manners thing. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients come in, hey, sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was at a workout class. Hey, sorry I'm a few minutes late. I just came from the gym. Why would you do that? And listen, I'm one for charging a late fee and a no-show fee. I will charge you. But if you're like, hey, I was just at the gym and I am sweaty down there and I just worked out for 2 hours, or I just came from a hot mat class, a hot yoga class, I need to shower before my wax appointment, I promise you, I might even give you a discount. Like, if you are sexually active with your partner before your appointment, chances are high that we know. Number one, it has a smell. But if he nuts inside of you, it's coming out on our table. When we pull the strip, you lose control of that area and you're
God! Ah! There's no way people are this freaking disgusting. Like, there's I refuse to believe it.
the floor for like a few seconds here and there. It comes out. And listen, that's y'all's business. Do what you need to do. I'm grown, I'm pregnant, I get it. It gets to a point where like you need to have that under control before everything is out on the table. Because everything will be out on the table. Believe that. Unfortunately for me, it will be. So even just like that's a manners thing. That's something we need to be mindful of before going to our appointments. Like, this is why people have sit-down air, if you don't know. This is why people have sit-down air, because they are not clean down there. And this is the area of you that you never see and that you can't really get to. That's why people come and get waxed, because nobody's trying to shave in between the crevices. But they do need to be clean. And number one, the reasons that I'm saying this is because, like, so I've had situations where, like, clients genuinely, I have a hard time waxing them because of odors and things like that. Mind you, I am pregnant, so I'm sensitive. But, like, even before then, if you come and you have feces smeared all the way up to your vulva, the entire room smells like poop. I got
Stop. I don't know if I can't. Why do people not know this as basic courtesy, basic hygiene, basic manners, basic common sense? Like, how is this not common sense for people? Like, the fact that she even had to come up here and say this is wild. Like, this video has 6.3 million likes.
Clients after you, and then now I'm running late because I'm trying to air out the room. Like, mind you, I'm face first in your crotch, trying to do service for you. I need you guys to understand, although I'm being like firm in this video, trying to be educational, I'm not trying to shame y'all. People literally don't know, and that's okay. And like I said, there's a lot of things I don't care about when I wax you. Like, even people be farting on the table, stuff like that. People be farting on the table when I get facials and they're asleep. Like, you really can't help, especially when you're, you know, spread eagle, butt naked on a bed. Like, it happens when I'm pulling a strip. That's totally fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Things like that, though, it's fine. But the things that you can control, you need to control. And not just because you're getting a wax. You need to control these things because this is your body and your health. Especially if you are someone that is sexually active and has a sexual partner, man, woman, whoever. And, you know, check yourselves. I would say it's a small percentage of women watching this video that have ever taken a mirror or their phone and gone like this. Listen, it's not always a pretty sight. It's not. And really looked at yourself. You should not have toilet paper crumbs that have been in your lips for a few days. And the first time they're getting out is when I'm waxing them out. There was a time that I thought a client had a tampon in, which is totally fine. I wax clients on their period all the time. I just tell them I do prefer that you wear a tampon. I don't want you to free bleed onto the table. Just thought she had a tampon in. I go to move the string because I'm trying to get this side. It's toilet paper that has been wadded up so far into her lips that it looked like a tampon string. But like,
you see, this doesn't make any sense to me. How are you that unaware? Like, do y'all not take showers every day? Like, at least once a day? Like, that's the only way I see that happening. Like, even if you're taking the laziest shower, if you're literally just rubbing water and soap on you and down there, you're going to be able to see that. No, like, I'm confused. Like, that is just disturbing. You know what? That'd make me quit my damn job. I'd have to go into, like, face services. I'd have to go into nail services. I'd have to go into shit delivering for Amazon. Okay, I wouldn't want to look at a human body ever again after that, because that is wild.
There's just so many things that if I were to tell y'all, you would be like, why do people do that? And you would be surprised that it happens as often as it does. Just telling you, be mindful when you're going into these services. But beyond the fact that it's for the services, this is your health. Things build up, things accumulate, bacteria harbors. Bacteria loves moisture, bacteria loves heat, bacteria loves confined spaces. Like, everything that has to do with a woman's female anatomy, bacteria loves that. Even on your best day, your body is still fighting those things out. So give yourself a fighting chance, take care of yourself, clean yourself, take the time. It's part of loving yourself, and it is self-care. I don't want to see anyone spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on their face and you haven't washed your genitals in a few weeks. Haven't been cleaned out since the last time I waxed you. That's all I'm saying. But
honestly, I agree with her. That's absolutely insane. It's ridiculous that she or any other waxer or esthetician even has to go through this. This is absolutely, like, wild. Like, you should know basic hygiene, especially because a lot of us sit here on social media scrolling, using ChatGPT for any and everything, but nobody's thinking, like, hey, let me look up proper ways to clean my genitals. Like, I don't understand. Or, like, let me take extra time in the shower to do this. I don't know. Like, that's literally one of the first things I do when I get in the shower is clean down there. So I'm just a little confused. Like, how is that not something that's, like, second nature to y'all? I digress.
So, you know, I'm waxing her front. I get to her back and I'm like, no way. And I was like, and I literally sat there and I was just like twirling a stick of wax. I'm like, I gotta say something. I was like, yeah, Miss such and such, I can't wax your sheet. Why? I said, well, you know, you have a lot of number 2 in your butt, you know? No. And it was like a lot. It was like a lot, like to the point where it looked like she didn't even wipe. So I was just like, and she's like, no, I don't. I've been having problems boo-booing. I can't even boo-boo. I'm like, well, I don't think you got a problem because It's right here. And she was like, let me go to the bathroom. And I was just like, okay.
This would literally make me quit. I would change careers. I would change states. I would change countries. This is absolutely wild. Like the fact that there's so many people out there that are unaware of what's going on down there, that are walking around with kraskaka no deyo, and then they're going to get services is wicked. Like upa want, like, are you not embarrassed walking around with dookie in your butt, but additionally walking around with dookie in your butt to go get a service where people are going to see the dookie in your butt?
If you come in this bitch with smamidia, don't make me the bad guy. Don't make me the bad guy. Because I will tell you to take your funky ass on out here. You ain't coming in here like that. No, you're not. No, you leaking stuff that smells funky. I will tell you that I can't touch you because I don't want chlamydia. I ain't never gotten the... Nope. No. Keep your nastiness to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Don't be walking up in this bitch. Just... No. And if I see something with pinchers like this that's related to a crab, I'll fight you after your antibiotics. Let me tell you.
Yo, y'all play too much. Y'all really play too much. I'm sorry. And it's funny because I know there's going to be people that be like, oh my God, like they shouldn't be shaming people. No. They need to tell y'all what's really going on, because what happens is a lot of people are probably not going to tell you when this is happening because A, they don't want to lose you as a client. B, they don't want to be disrespectful. And C, like it's really, really difficult to tell someone this in a diplomatic way, especially when you already feel disrespected that they came in there a certain way to begin with. So it's like a lot of people are not even going to tell you. Like that's the crazy part about this. And it's like, as humans, I think we need to be more self-aware, get off the fucking phones, pay attention to ourselves, care about ourselves, take care of ourselves, because child, there is like no way that this should be normal. Like it's ridiculous how many waxers I know of personally and that I've come across on the internet that talk about the same exact things, from STIs and STDs to legit discharge from having intercourse to poor hygiene, toilet paper and poop bits. Like that is not okay. You have to know how to take care of yourself, bro. You have to know how to handle these things. Like this should not be something that someone has to tell you, especially as a woman. Like, but take for example, right? Women's public restrooms are always absolutely disgusting. Okay. And it's crazy because I didn't notice how bad it was until a few times I've had to use the men's restroom because either the woman's one was like down or just like really that bad, or I couldn't wait. So I ended up going to a men's room. And I'm talking about like from airports to public restrooms and restaurants to like other types of businesses. The men's room is always cleaner. And I never understood that. I'm like, bro, men are dirty as hell at home, but I guess in the bathroom, they keep it clean, because I'm confused because their men's bathroom is always clean. You go in the women's bathroom, you see blood, you see pads, you see pee on the toilet, you see toilet paper everywhere. It's just like, I don't understand. And I ain't gonna hold you. I think that's a telltale sign. Okay, that there's a lot of women out there that genuinely don't know proper hygiene and proper manners when it comes to hygiene. Because the fuck.
Story time, bitches. Okay, so this one, this one, I'm gonna hold it together. I'm gonna hold it together. Probably not. So I had a client come in. We were doing a downstairs wax. She walks in. And I was like, hey, how are you doing? Come on back. She's like, okay. There is like a little bit of a walk-ish to come to my room. So I'm like looking over my shoulder, talking with her, and I'm like, how are you doing? She's like, good. I kind of feel weird. I just started this new medication. But like other than that, I'm doing good. And she's like walking, and I notice something like leaking. And I was like, is that? No. And it has like a color. And I was like, I think you have something coming down more towards the back of your leg. She was like, okay. And she like looked and she
No, this is not funny, bro. Like, this is crazy. What? What? Shit, I guess sometimes you gotta laugh to stop from crying. I'm scared. What? Queremos quizalo. Queremos quizalo un popil, like just dirty. Like, I'm sorry. Like, listen, I ain't your esthetician. I ain't your waxer. I don't gotta be diplomatic. I don't gotta be politically correct. Y'all is dirty. Just, what the hell? What the heliante?
She goes like this, and it smears. Now, it smears from here. And I don't know if you've had a leak out of your back door, but that leak, when you smear that stuff that comes out of your back door, it tends to like permeate scent further through the air. So
I don't know. I don't know. I've never had my booty hole leak. So I'm confused. I don't follow. I don't follow. Like, what?
she's walking and she goes, I can't.
That's how you know she used to that shit. Ain't no way. She probably like out here leaking from her booty hole all the time, trying to act disgusting. But the fact that she did that shit so nonchalantly, like, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm the type of person, if you go, bleh, I'm naturally going to start. And so she's making that noise and I'm making that noise. And so she bolts to the restroom and I'm just trying to bring it together because I lost myself in that moment. I was like, oh my God. And so I grabbed the Lysol and I'm spraying down the whole place. We had just mopped, but I start wiping down the floors. Like, I was like, oh my God.
As you should, because what y'all don't understand is like bodily fluid has loads of bacteria, and if you have some sort of illness, that shit is contagious. Okay, shit, I would have grabbed the bleach.
And I don't hear a word from her. Apparently she left the bathroom and she ended up texting me saying like, hey. She said, hey, I schmat myself and I had to go home.
And big ups to her for not trying to still go through with the appointment, to be quite honest with you, because I shit. Judging from these stories in part 1 and part 2, a lot of times people still gonna go in there with part 2 and they booty holes. Therefore, I feel like she did the right thing. This shit is low-key funny though. It's funny, but it's nasty. I'm happy she's able to laugh about it now because I ain't gonna hold you. That should probably, again, make me quit.
I watched her schmat herself. Jesus Christ. Y'all, if you're gonna start a new medication, you should probably do it when you don't have a Brazilian wax the next day, because you never know. Take care of yourselves.
She's right about that. I've had situations where like I've taken like ballerina tea or something like that, forgetting like, oh shit, I gotta dance tomorrow, I gotta perform, very uncomfortable experience. Never pooed on myself though, but it's just like, it's a very uncomfortable experience. Like if you know that you have something to do, do not take any new medications or take anything that you know is going to have you on the toilet. I think that should be common sense, but I think a lot of times we do forget. Like that one time I forgot, but also I think it was one of those things where I subconsciously just wanted tea, and I was like, oh, let me just drink the ballerina tea since, you know, I'm a little backed up. Child. Horrible, uncomfortable experience. I was sitting there holding poop like all day until I could get to the toilet. So
let's do a story time. I used to work for a chain wax salon that will not be named. Now, pretty much every time you visit a wax place, we're gonna ask you, would you like to use the restroom before we get started? So anyway, I asked this client and she was like, no girl, I'm good, let's go. So I get through the majority of the wax, and as I get ready to do the butt strip, I say, okay, so go ahead and put your knees to your chest. Shit was on her butt. I didn't really know what to say, so I just like told her that we were all done and she can go ahead and get dressed. I was actually traumatized, horrified, all of the above.
did you like not wax her?
Ah, the joys. I don't miss it whatsoever.
I feel like she just didn't wax. Like, y'all, like I said, I would die. Okay, I'd rather die. I'm not going, like, I am such a finicky person. Like, even working with kids, a lot of times they have accidents. For example, right, like a child had an accident yesterday, and it was a situation because the child did not have extra clothes that we were able to locate until like super late. Like we didn't know where the clothes were. We find the clothes, come to find everything got on her socks and her shoes. Luckily it was just number one. It wasn't number two. And it was so sad because she was so embarrassed. Like she didn't want to go out. She didn't want the kids to see her. So I literally took off my work shirt and put her seated like in the back of the gym with my work shirt on her feet so she wouldn't be embarrassed. Like, and luckily none of the kids noticed except for one at the very end. Okay, that was like, oh my god, did she pee herself? I'm like, yo, shut up and go, like go over there. I was so upset because she was really, really sad. And she was like, I don't want the other kindergartners to see me. I don't want them to laugh at me. I don't want anyone to make fun of me or whatever. And it was just so sad and it was so heartbreaking. And I ain't gonna hold you, like, I felt icky for the rest of the day because I was like, I know I'm going to wash the shirt, but just the fact that I had to like pick up the clothes and put it in the bag or whatever the case may be, just like, but I mean, I had to do it because homegirl was not about to sit there in wet clothes. Like that's just inhumane and just unnecessary. Unfortunately, she had to be barefoot for a little bit, and you know, hopefully my shirt helped her keep her feet warm, but it did help hide her feet. So yeah, moral of the story, guys, in terms of the story I just told, please make sure you pack extra clothes for your kids and socks and shoes so they don't walk around with wet feet. Because when her dad came, he was talking about she need to put the shoes on so they, you know, so they can walk home, which I guess understandable. I mean, he carried her home last time a very similar situation happened. But also in this case, please make sure you take care of yourself. Hygiene is very, very important, and lack of hygiene can lead to so many different illnesses. And if you already have an illness, you're not going to have a fighting chance if you're not cleaning your butt and your derriere. All right. Make sure you clean yourself. Make sure you tell your friends if they funky, so the waxer don't have to tell them that they funky. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, get this to 1,000 likes so I could know that you guys like these reaction videos. Make sure you guys join the membership or the Patreon. Everything is going to be linked down below. And check out my other channels. My personal channel has my story times, and my Haitian channel has all my Haitian content. If you're not aware, now you know. All right. With that being said, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Bye. Oh, why'd I do that?